Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. This morning I talked to a young Sikh in India who is part of the Gurbani World Radio Network website. Now, it was very interesting to me how this website, which looks very professional and is very good, I checked it out this morning, operates on a total budget of only $500 US for the whole year. This was amazing. And I think it shows how much seva and hard work all these young Sikhs put into this website there. It offers about 111 Gurbani radio stations and is fully available to anybody in the world who wants to download Gurbani and listen to Gurbani. Now, what also interested me was that SikhNet only has about 35 channels, Gurbani channels, yet they operate on a total budget of $250,000. That's $2.5 lakh US per year. Now, you really have to ask yourself, what is this money, all this money going for over at SikhNet? I think that we should really, as Sikhs, investigate this and ask SikhNet. They got a survey out there now that they're doing. I think that they're probably concerned about the number of donors that they're losing. Ask them, where does this money really go to? Now, I was in 3HO, the same group that SikhNet is with, this Yogi Bhajan organization, for 30 years. And from my experience, I saw that these people at SikhNet and the other Yogi Bhajan organizations are really only interested in promoting their tantric yoga and this Hindu Vata practices. Now, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Hindus and their practices, but that's their religion. And if the Yogi Bhajan people, if SikhNet is going to call themselves Sikhs, then they need to be following the Sikh Rahat, the Sikh Code of Conduct, and following Sikh practices and teachings. This, sadly, is not the case over at SikhNet. I think that a lot of this money that they're getting is going towards promoting Yogi Bhajan's Tantric Yoga agenda. Now, here is some proof. These pictures I took at the Espanola Gurdwara, where the SikhNet offices are located. And this huge painting of Yogi Bhajan, ugly tantric painting, sits there and looms over the Darbar of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib. This is just no more than about 20 feet away from the SikhNet offices, which is just behind the other wall where this painting sits. Now, there should be no other images of people in a Sikh Gurdwara. But yet, Yogi Bhajan instructed this painting to be put in the Darbar of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib in Espanola. Shame on SikhNet, shame on these Yogi Bhajan people. They should remove this immediately and come back to being Sikhs of the Guru. This is another picture of that same painting, and you can see here that in the Darbar of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib, this painting here looms over the Sri Guru Granth Sahib when they bring it in for Prakash or Sukhasan. And they bring the Guru in, Guru Sahib in for Prakash and Sukhasan. This should not be done. This painting of Yogi Bhajan should be removed immediately. We need to all write SikhNet and tell them to do that. So this is an example of some of the things that SikhNet is supporting, and your dollars that you spend, your hard-earned dollars that go towards to SikhNet, are going towards supporting this type of idol worship and worship of Yogi Bhajan. Now this is a picture just outside of Yogi Bhajan's death place there in Espanola. This is this idol, golden idol of Baba Sri Chand. You can see it here in this photograph right here. That stands right outside of where Yogi Bhajan died. Now, not only do the SikhNet people, these Yogi Bhajan people, worship this idol. You can see them here, right here with their white stars on here. But they worship at the grave of this dead yogi, this Yogi Bhajan. Now, Guru Gobind Singh specifically tells us not to worship at the graves of the dead or to worship dead people. And that's what they do. They are engaged in this. Your dollars are going towards this type of anti-Sikh worship of these idols and of Yogi Bhajan. Let there be no doubt about it. I have other pictures on my website too, where you can see the Yogi Bhajan people prostrating at the same place, flat on the ground, prostrating themselves where Yogi Bhajan died. These are facts that cannot be denied. We need to write SikhNet, we need to write these Yogi Bhajan people to stop these practices. Now, when Yogi Bhajan was alive, he not only promoted these anti-Sikh practices, but he promoted people and bowed to people like Indira Gandhi, who you can see in this picture with Yogi Bhajan. He's giving her this gift. You can see right here. And of course, Indira Gandhi murdered thousands of Sikhs and attacked the Sikhs' most holiest shrine, the Darbar Sahib, the Harmandir Sahib, there in Amritsar. That was in 1984. We all know the atrocities that were committed by the Indian Army and by this Indira Gandhi. Yet, Yogi Bhajan promoted Indira Gandhi. He was her yoga instructor. And now SikhNet is engaged in this same type of promotion of the Indian government and these other anti-Sikh activities. They're promoted by these Hindu Vata, these people that want to get rid of Sikhs. So don't be fooled by SikhNet. They may put some Gurbani, they may put some Sikh scriptures, Gurbani, on their website. But this is not their real agenda. Their real agenda is to destroy Sikhi and to convert Sikhs into this Hindu Vata. That, I believe, is their real agenda. Because Yogi Bhajan's real agenda was about promoting all of these Hindu practices. I can tell you many examples where he gave us these pujas to do. He gave me this puja to do to serve black rams, for example, on Saturday. And to get rid of the Saturn energy. That was his teachings, was to do this astrology, to put your faith in these Hindu teachings. So now SikhNet, these Yogi Bhajan people, who are all tied together, by the way, they're all part and parcel of the same organizations that are all have their goal to promote these Yogi Bhajan practices. This is a flowchart from this lawsuit that the Yogi Bhajan people were involved in. They were fighting over this billions of dollars that the Yogi Tea, this call security, which is a huge business the Yogi Bhajan started. And by the way, they sacrilegiously use images and pictures of the Darbar Sahib, as Golden Temple, as Westerners call it, on their tea boxes, which people go and throw away with no regard for the higher meaning of the Darbar Sahib, or for Gurbani for that matter. They have a candy bar that they sell. It's called Wagyu Chew. And so they're using this Gurbani, and they're using it to make profit for their own selfish ends. Now, this shows how SikhNet, which is here, is all tied in with all these other Yogi Bhajan organizations, the KRI, the Kundalini Research Institute. And they get all this money from these Yogi Tea and the Akal Security. So they really don't need your money either. But they're taking your money, and I think that they're using it for selfish purposes. Ask Guru Mustak Singh and Guruka Singh for pictures of their houses, their luxurious houses, and luxurious lifestyles they live. And they're living off of this from your generous donations. Let there be no doubt about it. They get big, fat salaries. There's no question about it. And then they put these videos out there thanking you and smiling and everything. But that's what the money is really going towards. There's all these practices about tantric yoga and these idol worship. This is a copy of the lawsuit, the first couple of pages, which shows how they did the settlement agreement. And the important thing about the settlement agreement that they were fighting over all this money is a couple things. First is that this sheet here shows that all of the organizations, including KRI, 3HO, this Yogi Bhajan Corporation, all these things are all tied together with SikhNet. You can see here, SikhNet is listed here with all these corporations. So let there be no doubt about it. They're all tied together, and they all have the same goal in mind, to promote Yogi Bhajan's tantric and idol worshipping yoga, which is against Sikh teachings. Now, the next part of this agreement, which is very important, is this paragraph 17. It's called a non-disparagement agreement. And it says that all these parties that were involved in this lawsuit, including SikhNet, shall refrain from disparaging each other, Yogi Bhajan, and the related entities of Sikh Dharma. Okay, so what it's saying is that they can't criticize the other entities like the 3HL or the Yogi Bhajan people. They have to go along with whatever is decided by the upper management and the board of directors. And that brings up an interesting point. Who are the real board of directors over there at SikhNet and these other Yogi Bhajan places? Well, I have pictures and proof how these Yogi Bhajan people have engaged in Hindu pujas. This Guru Singh, who is one of the top board members there for this Yogi Bhajan organization, is pictured doing these Hindu artis at this Parmat Nikirtan ashram there in Rishikesh. You can read, and I'd recommend you read this really revealing article. It was written by Sikh News Network. Anjukar was the reporter. And it talks about how it was revealed that these pictures of Yogi Bhajan's last rites were done by Hindu Swami on the Ganges River at this Hindu ashram. And this Guru Singh has gone there every year and worships there with this Gurmukhar, who's also one of the leaders there in this 3HO Yogi Bhajan organization. And they actively participate in Hindu pujas, which are completely against the Sikh Rahat. They're worshipping the gods and goddesses of the Hindus. There's no doubt about it. There's pictures on my website that show Gurmukhar praying and worshiping for a Hindu deity. It's just as clear as day. Don't be fooled by SikhNet. Their real agenda is to take your money and to use it towards promoting this anti-Sikh activity. Now, the other part that is very revealing about this settlement is in paragraph 7, this paragraph B down here. It says, the Sikh religion shall only be taught by Yogi Bhajan. Okay? So the Sikh religion shall only be taught as taught by Yogi Bhajan. So what that means is that the 3HO people, SikhNet, must follow the Sikh religion as taught by Yogi Bhajan. If the teachings of the Sikh Rahat, Sikh Code of Conduct, conflict with Yogi Bhajan's teachings, which they often do, then guess what? SikhNet and these 3HO people have to follow Yogi Bhajan's teachings. And they're signed on to this in this agreement, this legal agreement. Now, I said that often Yogi Bhajan's teachings conflict with the Sikh Rahat. This is absolutely true. I wrote a book after I left 3HO called Confessions of an American Sikh. Now, I'm not trying to promote my book, but I think it's a really good read and it will help people understand what I went through for 30 years and what I discovered after I got out of 3HO and how corrupt these people are and how they're trying to subvert Sikhi and trying to incorporate it into this Bhajanism. My book is available for only 99 cents on Amazon. If you want to have a free copy, I will be happy to send you a free copy. Just email me or message me and I will send you a free PDF copy of my book. I have nothing in mind about making money on this. I only want to get the truth out about what's really going on over there at SikhNet. So again, ask SikhNet, ask Gurmustic, ask Guruka what this money is really going towards. And you can see for yourself they don't need all this money, this $250,000 that they try to raise every year through these donations. These other websites, these other Sikh websites operate on far, far less. They give their seva, their time. Unlike Guruka and Gurmustic, Gurjot Singh, Harijot Singh, these people all over SikhNet get big fat salaries. Thank you for your time. I hope you investigate more about this SikhNet. And oh, by the way, I hope you really do donate to some of these other Sikh websites which are very much more deserving than SikhNet. Like I said, this Gurbani World Radio is a really good website. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.